Oh, alrighty there, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Welcome back to the continuing journey, the quest to review all the X-Files episodes. Today we're having a look at Season 4, Episode 5, The Field Where I Died. And it's certainly something there, The Field Where I Died. Episode starts off...
it just wasn't very good. It starts off, and it's like one of Murdoch's gay poems, but it's Mulder's gay poem he's reading in this field.
Yeah. I mean, he's reading off this really melodramatic, like, over-emotional fucking thing, and the music's swelling around him in the field. It goes on for about...
He's talking about, like, in a past life, he died of too much self-reliance, and he just wants another chance.
It's very homosexual, very gay. We cut to the X-Files. Honestly, that was probably the worst opener in the history of the show.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It's that we've seen so far. I mean, there could be one that's worse. We just haven't seen it yet.
Maybe we forgot about one that was really bad.
No, there's no opening sequence that we've seen that was as bad as that.
I don't know. There might have been one that we forgot about that was pretty bad. But I mean, honestly, it doesn't get you excited for the episode. Like,
once you get to you watch through the episode, you realize this is the end of the episode that you've seen in the opening sequence.
Yeah, like it's beginning and ending the same way. I guess there's some commentary there about the nature of like the cyclicalness of life and how, our lives, we go through these past lives, but they end up being the same or whatever the fuck. So it begins and ends the same way. I don't know. I guess that's what they were going for here.
Well, no, it's just it shows you the ending, and then the whole story leads up to that ending, right? So it's filling in what happened.
Well, obviously,
but
like
I was some sort of. Yeah, no, you're right.
I was just trying to make some sort of additional commentary, addition to that. Then we go. Basically, the episode has some good points to it. So we start off. After the X-Files theme, they're doing a raid on this compound, this cult compound. It's like the Children of the Seven Stars or something like this. And they're obsessed with Revelation. So Mulder and Scully are part of this ATF FBI joint raid of the compound. Mulder ends up in this field and like he hears voices.
Well, he looks through a window and has like a flashback and knows to walk out in the field.
Yeah, he has like a flashback and like he hears voices or vision or whatever the fuck. They end up coming upon the cult leader in his bunker there, and they're all about to drink the Kool-Aid, him and his wives, but Mulder stops it. They fucking arrest them. Then Skinner tells them like, okay, we need to find these weapons within the next 24 hours or we're going to have to release all the members of the cult. So it's a pretty intense situation. They need to find the guns. They receive this tip from a person named Sydney of where to find the guns, but there is no person named Sydney who's a part of the cult, and there's nobody nicknamed Sydney. There's a scene with the lawyer and the cult leader where they're being interrogated by Mulder and Scully, and the cult leader kind of is like saying to them, you need to turn to my ways of the cult there. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I don't give a shit about the Kiwi Farms thread right now. I'm fucking talking about X-Files.
No, you've just been reading it all day, buddy.
Yeah, I have been reading it. But it's not to say that I have to do a video on it. You'll get your fucking video on it on Monday, as scheduled, plebeian. Okay? So fucking, they have the interview with the cult leader there. The cult leader, the actor playing him, is pretty good. And in terms of the actual biblical grasp on the book of Revelations, it was pretty good. I like that Mulder was able to reference that this particular letter was written to the church at Ephesus instead of the church at Colossae or whatever. Or Smyrna. Yeah, that stuff was good. That stuff was good in the episode. I liked that.
The cult leader says that he saw John Mark deliver the letter of Revelations.
Mm-hmm. He's clearly fucked up and delusional there. But at the same time, like, as it's revealed throughout the episode, he doesn't necessarily buy his own bullshit. He's basically, you know, a scammer or a confidence trickster or whatever the fuck. So they end up interviewing this Melissa girl first out of all the cultists. And that's when it's revealed that she has, like, multiple personality disorder. And they talked to, like, I think Sydney is this one from, like, the 1940s who thinks Harry Truman's still the president. And then she all regresses further. Like, as they continue to interview her throughout the episode, she regresses into a number of personalities. There's Lily, which is like this 12-year-old child.
And the fucking thing she does with her hand is just really cringy. You know?
I don't know. I didn't think it...
I thought it was a really bad performance.
I didn't think it was bad. I thought that...
it was terrible.
Okay, well, I thought she was able to pretty seamlessly transition between these different personalities and embody the different characters. Just because the way that particular character acted was strange or bizarre doesn't mean that the performance itself is bad. I think that she showed that she had quite a bit of a range as an actress throughout the episode. And I didn't think that her acting was bad. But yeah, it was a little bit cringy, that character doing the thing with the eyes and stuff like that. It is uncomfortable to see a schizophrenic. You know, schizophrenics are like that. You know, what they do is cringy and fucked up, and you don't want to be around schizophrenics. So in that way, I thought it was kind of a realistic performance, but Surfer fucking hated it, thought it was shit, and I can see why. But I thought it was okay. I thought her performance was okay in the episode. Eventually, they take her to, like, do regression hypnosis. And...
You know, they take her to the compound, and she, like, walks out to where the bunker is, and then just, like, stops fucking being that character. You know, and then they take her to regression hypnosis, and, like, she just keeps getting just about there, where she's gonna tell them where the bunker is, and then just fucking doesn't get there. Then Mulder goes through the fucking regression hypnosis, because in the field, she said that she watched Mulder die. So Mulder realizes that he knew the field, the bunker was there from his past life, that is, like, intertwined with her past life. You know, so he gets just about there where he's just about to say where the bunker is, and then, oh, my soul is tired. You know, like... Wait a minute. Why do you keep just about getting there?
Well, wait a minute. Like, the whole regression hypnosis scenes are fucked. Okay, first of all, her regression hypnosis scene is okay, I guess. But Mulder's scene is fucked. Okay, he's telling us about how he was a Jewish woman during the Holocaust.
and the cigarette-smoking man was the Gestapo that killed all his Jew family.
Scully was his father. Scully's spirit was his father. And then, like, Samantha was his son. And it's...
You know, you just find out that the cigarette-smoking man has actually been the good guy this whole time.
And the acting from fucking Duchovny in this scene, it's, like, so melodramatic and so over the top. And it's just not believable. And this is kind of where the episode went full retard. You know, with all this, like, oh, past lives is the Holocaust and the Civil War. It's just not believable, and it's fucking stupid. And I know the X-Files has a lot of crazy concepts, like aliens and fucking werewolves, and there's vampires sometimes, and there's all sorts of crazy shit. Loch Ness Monster, whatever. But honestly, this concept's fucking retarded, and it's not done well. And it's like, it's trying to present it as though this is, like, super emotional and super important for Mulder.
It is a good idea, though. Like, I can remember before I was born. I fucking actually do have a memory of being before I was born and remembering, like, realizing, like, telling myself that I needed to remember something once I'm alive. I can't forget it. And then I'm going to forget it, so I need to just keep repeating it to myself. And then once I was born and I started to learn things like language, I had to forget about that to learn language. And I tried to hold on to it, but I've lost it by the time I'm this age. But I do have that memory of before I was born. So it could be from a past life that I fucked something up. and I'm remembering not to make the same fuck up before I was reincarnated.
I don't know. I don't believe in past lives.
Well,
or
then
in
why do I have that
reincarnation.
memory?
Well, it could be a false memory. Your mind could be playing tricks on you. There's about a million other explanations.
Well, I've had that memory my whole life.
Okay, I mean, you can believe it. I'm not going to question your lived experience there. It's like when...
Well, it was before I was alive, but it's not even
yeah,
a lived experience.
Exactly, but it's similar to when, like, I talk to some of these, like, Calvinists or some of these... what the hell are they called? These Christians that believe in faith healings and miracles and things like that, and they'll say to me, well, I literally saw a blind man be healed and see. Well, what are you supposed to say to somebody like that? They genuinely believe that they've seen a crippled man be made to walk or a blind man be made to see. I think that rationally that doesn't make any sense, and I know from the Bible those gifts have gone away, and that's why, again, because I know from the Bible there is just this one life, just this one opportunity. You have your soul and it either goes to heaven or hell at the final day of judgment. That's why I don't believe in reincarnation. But again, if your lived experience is reincarnation...
It's not faith healing, and it's obviously not reincarnation. It's just before I was born, I knew I needed to remember something once I was born.
I'm not going to argue with it because you believe that. It
doesn't mean I lived a past life. It just means before I was born, I knew I needed to remember something.
Yeah, I just don't know, man. Like, you having consciousness before you were born, that's fine, I guess. I don't know. It is what it is.
Casino was absolute intellectual trash. We were promised spurging. Where's my refund? Also, how does it feel that Ethan Ralph has made it farther in a tournament than the Maple Leaves ever could?
Oh.
The Maple Leaves.
So,
leaves.
Well, I mean, if you send us $100, maybe we'll send you your refund.
Yeah, you send $100, I'll send you a refund there.
Maybe you'll get a refund.
Maybe you just didn't have the attention span to wait until the Anaconda versus Jaws 3D debate. I don't know. If you want to cry about it some more, I mean, your bum can always bleed more for me. I really don't give a shit. It is what it is, pal. Alright. So yeah, this fucking whole, like, regression scene with Mulder, it's fucked. It doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever, and it's kind of cringy there. It ends up basically after that scene, they're, like, looking on the fucking map.
Yeah, so Scully goes to, like, the Civil War records to, like, look up, try to figure out the maps of where all these Civil War bunkers were, but instead she just looks up that Mulder's past life was a real person, and same with this other woman's past life, and just gets pictures of them, but doesn't actually figure out where the bunker is again. Like, they keep just about figuring it out, but they don't.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
You know, you have a scene where friggin' Mulder's talking to Melissa, the woman again, and she talks about how she doesn't believe in these past lives, and that there's no way that they're choosing their new lives every time, and how if it were true, she'd just want to end this life, And there's some sort of fucking idea there, but it's so bad up until this point, I just didn't even care anymore,
Yeah, I mean, I thought there were some good parts to the episode. The stuff with the cult I like, because I like cults. I like the cult leaders.
Maple Leaves.
We'll see fucking tonight there, buddy. We'll see if the Leafs can pull through. I'm betting on Columbus, so I win either way. So you can say Maple Leaves, but it's Maple Leafs.
You're betting on the Poo Jackets?
Yeah, I'm going to bet on the Poo Jackets. I've never bet on the Poo Jackets before in my life. I've never asked Columbus for fucking anything there. Do you know where I can find the video saying when I beat the fuck out of you?
Maple Leaves.
What? I don't know what you're asking, Destructor. I don't get what you're saying.
Maple Leaves.
It's the Leafs, by the way, there, faggot.
Maple Leaves.
It's not the Leaves. It's the Leafs.
Maple Leaves.
Alright, I gotta turn
I never realized that. that it wasn't the Maple Leaves, it's the Maple Leafs. Like, I always knew that, but I never realized that doesn't make sense. It should actually be the Maple Leafs.
No, it should be the Leafs.
No, it should be the Leaves.
No,
buddy.
the word...
That's how you properly say leaf and plural?
No.
So there's one player on the team, is what you're trying to tell me?
So here's the thing. Leafs has actually been added to the dictionary because of the Toronto Maple Leafs. It is actually a real word because the Leafs made it that way. So Leafs is now considered a valid plural because we bastardized the language for so long.
I don't know, buddy.
It's totally legitimate. People are being fucking haters there about Toronto. But again, that comeback on fucking, what was it, Friday night? It was fucking crazy.
Yeah, so the ATF gets kicked off of the fucking property, and everyone from the church gets to go back there. And then but they're still searching the field with the bunkers because that's not actually Church of the Seven Stars property. And then they fucking all go to the barn, and they pick it up with the ATF picks it up with the parabolic mic pointed at their worship center that they're all about to have this mass suicide. So fucking Mulder and Scully somehow get there in a matter of minutes, even though they're in the FBI building. Which, even if they're in an FBI building in Virginia, it's going to be at least 20 minutes away. Like,
yeah.
They're not going to get there in time. But they get there in time. One of the ATF officers gets killed by one of the church members shooting out a window. They all mass suicide. Mulder tries to put his hands up and walk into the fucking barn. For some reason, goes the long way around in through fucking the whole building to get there.
Why didn't he just go up to the windows? What the fuck?
Surfer, you dirty elitist. If you're white, you shop at Costco. Metro is for rich Chinese and Indians. Unless that's where you work.
What a dumb shit.
No, I don't shop at fucking Costco.
Who the fuck would shop at Costco? First of all, you have to buy a membership card like a fucking cuckold to even shop there. Second of all, like, half the shit there is garbage and low fucking quality. That's why you buy it in bulk.
Retard with all the coronavirus fucking regulations. I don't even want to go there.
No, nobody wants to go there.
The
reality is, if you're not fucking poor, you would buy groceries
when I
at
go to the
Sobeys.
when I go to the Metro, I can walk right in, and no one even fucking says a word to me about how I'm the only one in the store not wearing a mask. But if I go to Costco, it's just going to be a nightmare waiting in the fucking bread line.
Yeah.
So fuck Costco.
Yeah, fuck Costco, man. Fuck that shit, man.
But yeah, so Mulder gets in there. There's a brief scene where the woman Melissa, she doesn't actually drink the juice. And then friggin' everyone else is dead and she gets up. And there's the fucking, the leader of the cult again, and he makes her drink the juice, and she's just in anguish. And then Mulder goes in, and she's dead, and she's got the picture of herself from when they were Confederate soldiers ripped in half, and Mulder's crying, there's tears coming from Mulder's eyes, because this woman that his soul's intertwined to has died. He didn't get there in time. So they all fucking die anyways. Plus they take down the ATF agents with them. They never find the fucking bunker with the guns.
Yeah, it's just a total disaster. They completely failed. The whole episode, it was just a failure.
And another hole in it, the guns are in the bunker and the ATF is still searching the field, and you know that because the leader and this other guy look at themselves worried about it. But then when they're in the barn, they have the guns. How did they get the guns?
I don't know.
The ATF agents with it just doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, none of the episode makes any fucking sense. It was honestly one of the worst episodes we've seen of the show. I thought there were some good aspects to it. The cult leader's performance was good. The biblical references I liked. The consistency of that. But I mean, overall, the main idea of the past lives and the way it was executed with Mulder fucked the episode up so badly. That scene with Mulder is where they just went full fucking retard. So ultimately, with this episode, Surfer, what do you rate it out of 10?
a 4.4. You know, it's just terrible. You know, like it was really fucking like overdone and cringy with the fucking past life regressions.
So you're giving it the worst
You know,
rating you've ever given an
intro
episode.
sequence sucks, but I'm gonna retroactively give Shapes at 3.2 because it was fucking better than Shapes. You know, it was better than Shapes, but it's pretty fucking bad, and it doesn't even deserve a 5.
I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I think it's okay. I think honestly, like I don't feel pissed that I watched it. Really, it was fine. It's still like it's just an average fucking television episode. But with the X-Files, you expect a bit more than this. Just kind of cheap and shitty.
The whole cult thing was done way better in the one where it was like the Church of the Red Museum.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
The Church of the Red Museum thing
was a good episode.
It was a good episode, but I mean, this one was trying to be very close to like Waco, and it felt like a real Waco cult. Like this felt like a real cult that people would join, whereas the Church of the Red Museum to me feels more like a fantasy type cult, whereas this is pretty close to what real life cults are actually like, you know, basing themselves on the Bible but twisting it for the leader's benefit and stuff like this, right? So I don't know, I liked it. It was topical because when this came out, it was like about a year after Waco, and you know, 6 months later the Heaven's Gate cult all drank the fucking poison. And then Chris Carter got a bunch of angry calls about this episode because they're like, oh, you inspired Heaven's Gate. Ah.
No, is that what happened?
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, I guess they also fucking had a couple other personalities in the fucking woman that they cut out because the episode was too long.
Yeah, like it was like 18 minutes longer than the final cut version. They had to cut it down for television, so there's like 2 personalities in the girl that are missing. I really don't think, though, that the extra 18 minutes would have saved the episode. I can't really see how it would have made it better.
Well, it would have showed her relation to Mulder when Mulder was the Jewish woman.
I don't know. I think maybe, I thought maybe it might have been better because the first time I watched this episode, I thought it's a bit rushed. It kind of didn't come together in a coherent way for me. It was a bit rushed, especially towards the ending there. And maybe those extra 18 minutes would have made it a bit more coherent. But ultimately, I just don't think there was any way they could salvage it because once we have the scene where Mulder's revealing that he used to be a Jewish woman that was hunted by the cigarette-smoking man Gestapo, there's not much you can do to salvage it. That's basically my final thoughts. What do you got? Do you got anything left here?
No, that's it. Did you rate it?
Yeah, I gave it a 5.
Oh, did you? I don't know how you even gave it a 5, but this episode sucked.
I don't know. I thought there were enough.
It was pretty bad.
There were some things in it that were good, but the parts that were bad really drug it down. I don't know. Yeah. All right. We'll see you in the next one. It's
cheers.
Sanguinarium. Sanguinarium.
Yeah.